Hey Amara, what are you doing? What's up, everybody? TsarXen. How y'all doing? Having a fantastic go at this Earth place. Anybody notice that Earth is like a what's up, Proctor? You haven't slept. Ah, nice. I know those. I know those times, man. That's tough. That is tough. Yeah, after 3 days, after 72 hours, hallucination. 2 days. 2 days. I'll let you know. 2 days is actually healthy. It's recommended in Ayurveda because what will happen is your brain will start to heat up and you'll burn off things in your brain. So 48 hours to about 72 is okay. At this point, you might want to get ice, bro. Put some ice right here, in the back of your neck, and maybe a little bit around here on your temples. That should help you get to sleep. And also, uh, it depends. Most people warm feet, but a cold head is good for sleeping. So, anyways, anybody notice that Earth is like this theme park, this ride somebody designed beautifully, this wonderful place. Look at it, it's Earth, man. And that park was running and it was running. And one day somebody was like, just everybody just pack up, went home. Well, people were still on the rides. People were on the rides, and the people they're supposed to be running them left. The cleanup crew's gone. The people that designed it and whatever, they're out the game. They're off somewhere else. They forgot about it. It's like nobody really cares that Earth is running here. Like it's God did this, man. Like if you don't want us here anymore, dude, or woman, or whatever the hell you are, go ahead and kick us off the planet. Get rid of us. Like just laser beam us all and just be done with this. But like this, like you can't do that. Like you let us all in the park and said it was going to be a good time, and then you just left. You just straight left. Now there's like wild animals and shit trying like, well, you're on a ride, no one's stopping it. How you get off, the thing's moving, you got wildlife stinking, puking everywhere. I mean, it's a whole mess. And the only people left there are the ones that didn't get the note, and they're the clowns are still running around thinking everything's normal. You're trying to you go, hey, can you turn the ride off, can you do something there? The clown's like they don't know what's going on. It's pretty amazing. It's like it just more and more. It's like people really, 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 really. It's like mm, they love the ignorances, and they're getting dumber. And now we got we're like, hey, clown, can you talk? I mean, just because you're a clown doesn't mean you have to be a mime too, right? Clowns should be able to talk. They don't. They normally got like a or some sort of. They do everything kind of mimic, right? Mime, but that's not their only. I don't think there's anywhere in their clown handbook that says they can't talk properly. Oh, I mean, for me, I'm just like, all right, I'm throwing the towel. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not strong enough to make this. This is too stupid at this point. That's the way I feel about the whole thing. It's just it's just making. It's like, hey, do you like life? Well, let's just make it stupid. You like everything about life and how beautiful it is and all the wonderful little things and there's little idiosyncrasies. You love it, isn't it great? Well, we're not going to do it anymore. We're just going to make everything as stupid and difficult and ignorant and manipulated and just it's going to be horseshit everywhere you look. Just we're going to do that now. I thought we were upgrading humanity and consciousness, and everybody was becoming more and more aware, uh, stabilizing on a higher vibe, vibing out with our tribe bros. We're really ascending into the upper echelons and stratosphere of consciousness and awareness, and bringing down all the goodies from the other realms to our brothers and sisters here on Earth. Where's that at? Where anybody? Yeah. Well, he must live in a very, very specific and isolated place that would be your state of regular vantage point. The way that you see things. I'm not just talking about television. It happens in real life too. What's up, Christos? Am I off of the streets? I am, but I have to. I'm trying to figure out what to do at the end of the month. So a buddy of mine's supposed to be coming down for the World Cup, and we're supposed to get a place. So I got a place for like a month, but that hasn't secured yet. And my other buddy's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be renting out a place with him starting in January, but that's not secure yet. So I'm kind of like sitting and going shit. And I have another place I could rent out, but it's worth it because it's indoors and it's a place to keep my things, and I don't really need to be. I don't really like for me inside is just when it's raining or snowing. Uh, so yeah, I mean I am, but that's we'll see, we'll see. I mean that's not on my list of to dos. I've been without residency before. It's not great. I wouldn't suggest it to anybody. What up, F10? F10, you want to know the funny thing? Well, I mean, I get it from the level of consciousness and the level of experience, and yeah, I get how all that works. F10, you know this, but there is something to be said for okay, if I'm playing a game on my Xbox or whatever you all are playing these days, you get to a point you're like, oh, this game is stupid, or I didn't realize this is gonna. Can we just put a new game in? Like, no, enough of that. Adjust the settings, adjust the board, do something. I play a new game here. That's what it is. Like, I'll play a new game. This one, it's not. No one likes this game. Who builds a game that eventually turns into no one likes this game? Even the people that are doing the most and like sitting there in the ha 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 Apple luxury or whatever. Oh, I you can tell in their face they don't like it. Whoa, Christos, yeah. Are you gonna stay tuned in? Yeah, I'm just gonna get. I haven't really got drunk in about a week, at least. Yeah, I've been pretty. I have a couple drinks here and there. Like last show, I had a couple, but nah, man, I've been chilling. But today, I think I want to get drunk. I do. I feel like it. It's one of the first times I felt like getting drunk. I normally just like to drink. I like to have a nice buzz and go about my day. I don't like to like sit inside and get drunk. Probably why I haven't drank too much. But today, I feel like it. You know, it's like yeah. So near ate gummy bears all day, and now it's time for some vodka and wine. Hey, F10 level up. Yeah, but the thing is, in this game, this Earth game that we're looking at right now in front of us, did you see what's going on? Leveling up means what? I don't. It doesn't appear that there is a leveling up situation here. You'd have to just sidestep. Like you'd have to go into a warp tunnel to a different world. There's nothing. There's no. There's no grand prize for Earth. The only grand prize for Earth is if somehow all of the idiots, the demon seeds, the peons, um, the vultures, the no, I'm not even blaming vultures. Let me take that. I redact the statement. I'm cool with vultures. They ain't hurting nobody. The maggots, the even the maggots could probably be fine because they ain't really fucking with anything until it needs to be. Probably just the parasites. Yeah, we need to get rid of the parasites. I mean, that's the only level up is to get rid of all the parasites and let the meek inherit the earth and do what should be done here on this realm. Like, that would be great. But leveling up to that point involves a bunch of different other things coming to fruition as well. I don't doubt that it could happen. It's like, what level up to what? Just become everything, become all the things that have caused the dilemma in the world. I'm gonna go get my jet airplane. Let me get my black card and my billions of dollars. I might join the club though, because this is just stupid from this vantage point. Yeah, Eve and L. Mm-hmm. It is a goofy thing out there, man. It, I mean, because again, doesn't weren't you always instructed and told about some sort of evolution of awareness, of consciousness? Whether it's as humanity, we're getting better, we're getting smarter, we're getting. I would assume that in that would include more loving, more peaceful, more generous, more. I mean, because I feel that way for the most part, those things. Uh, as a totality, it seems like all the things that are evolving, the things that are evolving don't seem to be the ones that are beneficial. We're evolving towards more people eating really bad wannabe foods, and like more and more uh, medicines, and more dictatorship, and more tyranny, and more like that seems the opposite of evolution, doesn't it? What does Christmas mean? From what App TsarXen, from what angle? From what angle? The Immaculate Conception of Christ. Christ is awareness. Christ is a title, and it also means a crossing. Yeah, perhaps. Eh, I mean, I guess, man. I mean, I'll save that for the Christmas show, but because there's lots of ways to attack that a piece of information, as Christ means crossing until Golgotha into your skull, or it means a title of someone, or it means, um, or we could look at it from the level of a Christmas tree and mushroom gods, and there's a lot there. I'll re-release I'll re-release those those videos for you from I don't know, last 4 or 5 years that I've done them. Maybe those will help. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I don't. That's the thing, man. As much as I'd like to accept that as a totality, as a species that we're evolving, you can't honestly make an assessment. Make an assessment full. You can't make an honest assessment that that's what's occurring at large. You can't. You'd have to laugh. You'd look in the mirror and you'd have to laugh and know that you're lying to yourself, because you cannot look around you and say these people are becoming more and more anything that would be Christ-like or bettering or anything. Some people are getting way better at life, but as a general thing, not really. What's up, Skull? What are you doing? See, as much as I have much amount of hope and aspiration for the ability of the world to become whatever it's supposed to be, stars, suns, and the whole thing, universes, ourselves. I'm a realist. I live here in this physical realm. Not really much. This is. I still get chilly. I still put a hoodie on. I still want to be inside when it's cold. I still require a pair of socks. I still hear your neighbors stomping around. I still have a very loud road in front of me. Like, these things are not. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and manifest in some, soon enough. Poof, it's always now, and I'll have those things, of course. But I'm not, I'm not so, um, so far removed from this that I'm going, oh, everything's spiritual, everything's so. I see people like that. I'm like, when's the last time anybody smacked you in the face? When's the last time you? When's the last time you had like that you were honest about it, how you really feel? It's like just going, oh, I ate 45 grams of mushrooms for breakfast. Oh. In which case, then I have to go. Well, you had to take those mushrooms, which are a physical thing, to get yourself to a spiritual level. So you dismiss the mushroom, which is a physical object that gave you consciousness. So you didn't do that on your own. You weren't just going. That's it's always that too. You got people that use a lot of substances, and then they deny the physical reality as if they don't want to live in it, as if they're not using it to participate in. So we got I made a vodka and made a tea in here, and the tea is cinnamon and lemon and cardamom and stuff. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Although I still am enjoying wine, so I'm gonna grab another. Oh, we're gonna do the virtue thing. Hold on, after. Let me just pour myself a little more wine because we still got a little bit of daylight left, and I don't want to be totally the trash for our party here, guys. It'll be a little Thanksgiving party. Okay, let's get all cozy up in here together, guys. You guys want to cuddle? I like cuddling. If you don't like cuddling, what's wrong with you? Okay, so virtues bring one to an in-depth understanding of the great work, the Magnus Opus, for which frees one from limitations, revealing the energetic realm and how it works on the physical plane. Yeah, I get you, man. Maybe okay. Hey, F10. While I normally want to do a talk like that, which I do, like right now, let me just ease into this one. Let me just enjoy my fucking my afternoon kind of. I don't know. I'm not bitching. I'm just kind of just observing reality as it is, without being too esoteric and everything. But I hear what you say. And the fastest way to transcend the ego, as I've told you before, I'm not looking to transcend an ego. I think it's stupid. I think it's foolish. I agree with Alan Watts 100% completely. That this the biggest con game around is people trying to get rid of their ego. If I hear another fucking stupid, like, dumb prick who's using their ego to speak to me about losing their ego, I just want to. I'm gonna spit in their mouth and be like, "Well, you don't have an ego. You shouldn't care. I thought you were. What kind of how far do you want to go to remove your ego? Because I only know one set of people, and no one wants to be this group of people. I know one group of people. Do you know who they are? And do you know where they live? And do you know how they live? So it's like the transcending the ego. No, it's not. That's not how it works. It will never be. I'm tired of hearing the ego game. I'll do a whole video on it again. I've done it 100 times. It's just silly. Your ego is your ego. It's what you just have to learn to. It's like your attitude. My ego is my set of experiences. It forms a bit of my personality, of which I can shape and mold in certain ways, and then I can ride it. And I still have memories, and I still have visions of the future, and I have things that make me the way that I speak and help me to explore the world. And that's part of my ego. And getting rid of it will have me be nothing but a drooling idiot in the corner with no future, no past, no memory, no anything, and then I am nothing. And then I wouldn't be nothing because nothing doesn't implies there is no I. Yeah. And there's not chaos of ego. Chaos of ego is what most people are living because they don't know how to mold it and manage it. Managing ego is what we're looking for. Yeah. Um, yeah, but after I mean, I'll get in all this with you at some point in time. I just don't want to get too deep into it right here. It's not my goal today. I'm just trying to have a couple of drinks and talk some shit with you guys. Victor Vieira, what do I think of the previous societies? Do you think previous societies had tech like this? Of course, they had higher tech than whatever we're using. They must have. There's no way. There's no way the giant buildings. And, I mean, just the architecture alone will tell you exactly what was done. And it was they had to, they were much larger. And I'm not saying larger people are better people by any means, or size doesn't matter. But if we looked at the perfection of buildings and architecture, architecture is a um, if your mind is feng shui, and I look around your apartment and your cupboard doors are open, and this is like this, and that's over there, then that's what your mind looks like. Now, if I look at the buildings that your mind is producing, and it's the old ancient world buildings, and all these beautiful, wonderful, in this ornate statues and these paintings and this beauty of just put together just precisely. I think we must have had quite a bit of technology that came out of our ability, our consciousness. What's that, Proctor? Yes. Yeah, F10. I'm not really following you right now, so yeah, I'm gonna drop off of that, suggesting to level up. I mean, you're just saying words. Like to me, right now, you're just like asking how everyone's bored of the game. I didn't. You spelled bored wrong, and I didn't say everyone's bored of the game. I didn't say that. I said people suck at it. And people are getting worse, and I said people are getting dumber. I didn't say people are getting bored of it. I said I am personally a little bit like perturbed by it. However, didn't say that. And level up is again a whole. It's biased based on what you think see, your personal bias is what you think leveling up is. Leveling up to you is to get rid of an ego that's already, to me, downgrading consciousness. So, yeah, it's like an anarchy sticker on a MacBook. Exactly. Yeah, who's eating the rotten apple of the core? A board game, exactly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, F10. I mean, I'm in that kind of mindset most of the time. I'm just kind of dicking around, as I just was talking about, what uh, a feng shui of the mind, and I'm looking at my table, going, what is sitting on the table right now? uh, yeah, reality is very much subjective. I mean, there is as much as we have many times. We try to eliminate the objective reality. However, you're not going to be able to do it. You have a skin suit. You have two eyes. You have fingernails. You know, there's a roof over your head. There's the rain outside. There's the sun. There's an objective reality. We must accept that. If there's no objective reality, there's no game to be played. If everything's subjective, then the game is wide open for everyone, and let's just go and have some fun. But it's not as subjective. It is subjective, but it's not completely, because you got to have a board. You have got to have a board to play on. So that there's your game pieces. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up, Colin? There's nothing worse than trying to be free of the ego or trying to be spiritual. Yeah, the trying to be spiritual. I remember years ago when I was first attempting to be. Well, I wouldn't say I was. I was still myself. But I was the way I am. But maybe even less so. And I used some swear words. And I talked sort of like this years and years ago when I first started making videos. And some people that followed me that knew me from Savan Bomar's channel because I was on his site years ago. And they were like, you can't talk like that. It makes you sound like. And I was like, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. I was like, then don't listen to me. I was like, if that's what it takes for you to shut off what I'm saying because it's the way that I verbalize myself and vocalize the things that I comprehend and my understandings and my path of where I walk life and the way language comes to me and that I choose to use it. Then you fuck off quite well. Go that way. It was just like for me, I was like, I can't attempt to be like these other wannabe teachers, and I know how they are. You'll see it. It'll show up very plainly. Their videos will have a bunch of cuts. There'll be cut screens. It'll be like when they're saying something and they're like, oh, they're going to edit every fucking video. They don't really do live videos. They can't do live videos. They couldn't handle doing a live show. I've asked these people to do live shows. They won't do a live show with me. And I think I know why. Oh, hey, what up? Was Size up in here? What are you doing, bro? You got your phone? You got your phone, bro? Nice. Nice. What are you doing? Yeah, I figured you meant fart, but what's up, man? So sorry I haven't seen you, but this is kind of why. I figured you just walk over. I don't know why you didn't. I was gonna come see you the other day with your guitar, but I was like, I didn't. I was like, cause I'm like this. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking walk outside and go try to. I didn't know where you'd be. I assumed where, but I just figured you'd walk over. Yeah, pretty odd is about right. Enough vodka. I mean, hey, I got plenty of vodka right there, man. I got plenty of vodka. I just happen to. If I drink too much vodka right now, I don't want to be passed out by 7. I'd like to hang out with you guys and have a night about it. If I drink straight vodka now, I'll be calling I'll be calling it an evening by 6:30. Yeah, I know I'm a little slacking, man. Oh, F10. No, no, no. It's not like that. I mean, it's not like you don't gotta say you're bad, but no, no, it's just not right now. Come on, how long the fuck have you fucked with me? It's up for debate 99% of the time. Sai out here getting high. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I don't drink daily. A lot of people just assume I do. I don't. I like what I like when I like it when I like it. Yeah. Sometimes I sometimes I like a lot of pussy. Sometimes I eat pussy every day. Sometimes I eat food every day. Sometimes I don't. Alcohol isn't great because everything you tell someone you don't drink, they go, good for you. Oh, I know. Whenever people tell me they don't drink, I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's your problem, dude? As they're sitting there fucking shoveling bacon double cheeseburgers in their face. I don't drink. Smoking a cigarette. Oh yeah, drinking fucking cups and cups after Joe of Joe, and they don't drink because they're better than you now. They're so much better than you. Well, Sai, I'm glad you got a phone, dude. Did you get a case for it this time? Did you get a case? If anybody here wants to, a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, give it to me. I'll give it to this guy. Just tell it's for tell it. Just tell me it's for size a gift for that guy, so he so he can get a case for his phone that he just got. So he doesn't break the fucking thing. Oh, F10. No, that's a thing. F10. You know it's. I guess you just have only talked to me so much that I've done this for years, man. I've had plenty of shows without you, buddy, and I definitely dig into the deep underbelly of consciousness and everything else. Just sometimes I just like it's like Psy, for instance here. The rain is what killed it. Kill it actually killed the phone. Yeah, we'll get a case, but then the plastic case, you can get an OtterBox, bro. Get a fucking OtterBox. You know what an OtterBox is? Somebody give me fucking $15. I'll order Saya OtterBox. You could drop that bitch in the water. It floats. It will not break. It's one of the best things you can get. It's perfect for you, dude. Anyways, and Sai too. He's always so spiritual shit. Like uh like F10 here is always on some spiritual shit. Sai does the same fucking thing. Always got we could be having a day playing basketball, doing some wild ass shit. And you just gotta slide in there with some fucking. We're gonna get on some numerology and some fucking rhinoceros fucking algorithms and spiritual. I found a purple dandelion today, and I love it. I think it's hilarious. I do it too. I just sometimes I like to be earthly. I get my earth on. Yeah, you know what an OtterBox is. Okay, so again, see if you can find one because I'll order it, and it's mad cheaper off Amazon, dude. I'm telling you, I know you don't really care, but what? Proctor $50 to transfer money? Not for me. No, not on my. I've never heard. PayPal should cost you one, depend on who your service and shit is, like 1%. Like 1% maybe he'll charge you. Like I mean, I got uh Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. I can get whatever the other one is. I don't. There's another one too that people Zillow or some shit. I don't know. Am I on Discord? No, I should probably. Well, 1% shit. I mean, if it's going to charge you $50 is 1% of what? I'll take that. Shit, I'm not good at math, but that sounds like I'll take that. I'll take that money. No, I do have the app Discord. I just haven't set up the account yet. Yeah, hey, Colin, I hear you. I still think you have to speak about spirituality at an arm's length, I guess. Because some people want to hear you talk about it. Some people want to know, like, well, you know, they want you to embody whatever spirituality is, and you got to be somewhat like a guru or someone. You got to be somewhat close to like an Alan Watts kind of feeling, but not. You can't be guru esque like somebody with somebody, guru or whatever the fuck is in their name. I was blessed by the Babaji boys and the fucking whatever. It's like, okay, whatever. But still have enough, but still be able to touch on the spirituality type stuff. Be close enough to it, understand what it means and what it is, but still, you know, yeah, observe the reality and just go. Is it good? Give me the Zen koans. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it indifferent? I don't know. It's whatever you want to make of it. Which is somewhat to me too passive at times. Other times you just want to dig right in there. You want to get around. You want to play around in the mud, and you want to be part of the reality. Other times you want to just take a stick and poke it and go like, is this really what's going on? Got me fucked up over here, son. Asked me for 88 cents and shit. Yeah, it, it's how do you speak about anything really without using allegory? By using allegory, it's kind of like a Trojan horse into someone's consciousness. I can tell somebody a story as long as I don't directly tell them a story, then I can sidestep it and tell them through a similar set of circumstances or events that will have the same value and meaning. And so I can use different imagery to explain something. The same thing with spirituality too. You can't explain spirituality to someone that's never seen a spirit. You know what I'm saying? If you've never drank a spirit, I can't explain to you what this will do. If you've never done a spirit molecule, if you've never done dimethyltryptamine, I can't explain what that's going to do. Even if you've done, but I could say, well, maybe you've done another type of psychedelic. Maybe you've done salvia. Maybe you've done mushrooms. Maybe you've done bufo. Maybe you've done, you can make allegories. But there's some things that you can't go directly in the front door and like this is what spirituality is and this is what this means and it won't make sense to people. Yeah, Colin, if you're talking about if asked, yeah, it's preaching the spiritual stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. When you get too deep into the spiritual stuff with people that they're just like on their day-to-day business, they'll ask. Like and whenever I would say put the hair down and put a tunic on and looking all you know, oh spiritual or Jesus like or whatever the fuck, and what's your name, Zen? Of course it is. Tell me about some spiritual. They'll actually ask me, and in that case, okay, I'll tell you what do you want to know. Do you want me to act like I know? I mean, I do know. Do you want me to speak like I know? Okay, I'll do it for entertainment purposes only. But on a regular basis, if I go to a bar and I'm talking to someone, I'm talking spirituality to them. They just don't know it. Am I still in New Orleans? Yeah, Proctor. Yeah, Louisiana, New Orleans. I can't. I couldn't bear to be anywhere else on the realm. I've already lived other places. I don't like it. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just not New Orleans. It just isn't. Ask Cy if he's still here. He's been here twice and he knows. It's just it's palpably different. Uh, there you go. Yeah, you can't explain why it is. I mean, you can. Like I could say like this: the people here are better than the people in your city. People from your city come to visit here because it's better than your city. The food here is better than anywhere you've traveled to because this is where all of the food comes from. Like when you're finding all the food going up the Mississippi and coming down the Mississippi and all of the influx of and the music too, the people and the music and and the food, and you can drink outside. And in fact, you're encouraged to. I'll give you one more reason. You can go through a drive-through and get a daiquiri. Yes, with alcohol in it. Exactly. And the only rule is that you don't take the paper off the top of the straw. That's the only rule. You can go through and get a dry. You can drink and drive in the city. I mean, you can't drink it while you're driving, but it's just way better than where you live. And that anytime of any day, you can go and find live music outside with a drink in your hand. That's why it's better. And that people will talk to you and look you in the eyes. It's better. And that right today, right across the street from my house, there is there's an exhibit of Jean-Michel Basquiat. Do you know who do you know who Basquiat is? Right across the street. I didn't even know it was happening. And I got a notification on one of my things. It's like, oh, there's a whole Jean Basquiat exhibit right across the street from my house for the next 5 days. You go, who's Basquiat? Come on, come on. You know who Andy Warhol is? Yeah, like that. You grew up in the Ozarks. Yeah, the Ozarks are that's where who the hell's living up in the Ozarks now? Fire Drake, I think, lives up in the Ozarks. And I always thought the Ozarks were cool because of when you look at it from above, it's totally you can tell it was not man made. It was made from electricity. Look at the Ozarks. It looks like a electrical storm. It's not like any other ponds and lakes and rivers and shit. Oh, Uptown. Yeah, Brixton. Okay. See, that's the thing is I've never been over that part of the pond. I've uh I've been to Italy. I've been to so yeah, around right around Italy and those areas in there. Um, but yeah, I didn't do the whole European tour thing. Yeah, and down here there's the weather is better than it's obviously way better weather here too. The food, the weather, the people, the whole fucking thing, man. It's just I can't think about if I move to a different city when I because I have lived in other places and even since I've lived here I've moved a couple times. I'm like I get up in the morning and I go outside. I'm like, where's the music? And I'm having my beer in my hand and I'm just like I have to play fucking hard ass because like I hear I can just walk into a store with a beer in my hand. I go to a grocery store and just walk around with a beer. There I have to kind of be like, no one's gonna say a shit to me. I have to kind of have an attitude about it because I'm like, oh, I gotta where should put it in a cup or something, and I gotta think about this. You know, what kind of childish bullshit is that? Let me drink my fucking beer. It's just weird. It's like I want to wake up and go outside, and I want it to be nice weather, and I want to see somebody and say hi. I want somebody to, offer me food. I want to give somebody something. I want to like say how's your day. You know, yeah, culture, whatever you call it. Yeah, I mean, culture is very much a condensation of the kind of people and ideas of one local area, right? So it's like because New Orleans is at the end of the Mississippi where everything's coming and going and it's a melting pot. It really is. There's many different uh, dialectics, the languages we speak, and foods and peoples and the way that they are. Yeah. Um, can you ask me what 9 to 5 jobs I've had? Sure. Well, where do you want to start? I've worked. Let's see. I've owned my own business a few times. I used to rehab houses. I used to build houses. Made a lot of money doing that. I've worked in restaurants. I've delivered pizza. I've worked in pizza kitchens. I've worked in hotels. I've worked in the back of the house hotels. I've worked in service industry, name it, anywhere in a restaurant. I've worked in clothing stores, folding, all that bullshit. I've worked in pizza. I've worked in pretzel shops. I've worked in it's like the mall shit. I've sold stocks, penny stocks. I've sold oh shit, I've worked a lot of different sales jobs. I used to sell cars. hmm Um, let's see. What else did I do? Man, name something. I worked at a comedy club. Worked at a comedy club for quite a while. Mm, worked at see car dealerships, sales, built houses. I mean, name something, dude. You've been transcripting work. What does that mean? Like you've just been typing transcripts for things. Like they can't do that. Like the audio to straight to computer does it. I think the only jobs I really didn't do maybe. Like I don't think I never worked in any like storehouses. I never stocked shelves or anything like that. I just did jobs that either paid more or yeah. I mean, thinking about restaurants, sat tables, waited tables, worked in the kitchen, worked in the dishwasher, clean tables. So I've done everything in a restaurant you could possibly do. I built houses from top to bottom. Used to drywall house. Growing up, used to drywall shit. I grew up drywalling houses when I was 16. That was crazy. 16, 17. That was heavy duty. Get up at like 5 a.m. to go put up 16-foot, 3/4 inch fire code, uh, fire code drywall in a garage. Yeah, that's tough. And then have to go and do a triple for soccer practice for school. Ah, nice F10. Sales was fun. Yeah, yeah. Comedy club was cool. It was cool, but it was in a shit town, so it wasn't like. I mean, I got to hang out with some fucking interesting comedians, and it was funny because it was at the time I wasn't really. I wouldn't say I was a funny person at the time. I wasn't. I wasn't quick wit quip. I wasn't equipped to be quick witted. um, yeah, a lot of fun times though. What else I do? So let's see. Trying to figure out all my other jobs that I've had. I think that covers the majority of the ideas of jobs that I've had. I've had enough. I've had enough of jobs. Yeah, I've done online work a little bit. I've done data entry at some places. I've done but that's like short lived. I got fired from a comedy club for real. I I got stoned with the people working in the kitchen, and I then proceeded to and see this isn't even my fault. It's like the story isn't because I got high. It just was part of what occurred. So I got stoned with people in everybody working in the kitchen and everybody in the place pretty much smokes weed. And I was they had all you can drink beers. So basically, you come in, you pay $20, and you get a glass, and we refill it all night for you. So the tables is basically fried food, and the tables are like it's eight tops, but they're all stuck together. So it's carpeted. It's a mess. The lights are off, and we got a whole tray of full glasses of beer. I'm not talking a small tray. I'm talking the food trays. So there's 12 to 16 beers on there. So you gotta be decent. You can't just be you gotta know how to carry it and put it down and that. Well, while I'm doing this, doesn't this motherfucker move his seat out backwards, not knowing that I'm behind him, and hits me? And there goes 12 beers all over the table, all over everybody around. Uh, spilled, fucking just mopped the entire. Like I don't know how many people got soaked. Yeah, pretty much got fired for that. I mean, people have spilled before, but it was a whole mess. And then because I was stoned, it was like I didn't really have a there's no real good way out of that one. Not that everybody there didn't get stoned. It was just Colin Chappelle did a funny SNL monologue. No, I didn't watch it for two reasons. Because that's not the real Dave Chappelle. No way, no shape, no form, no way, no how, no nuts. And also, Saturday Night Live is trash can. If you can't say liberal nonsense, like no, I don't care if it was funny or not. I still I couldn't even I could just knowing that they're not even telling jokes anymore. They haven't been for I don't know how many years. I mean, it's just a propaganda institution. It's not even about being funny. No, fuck SNL and Dave Chappelle is not the same dude. Just what it is. You can see me working in a record shop. I mean, that's the funny thing. I know a shit ton of music because I listen to music almost all day, every day, and I've had so many friends that are musicians, and I get put on to so much different kinds of stuff. But I don't know names of songs or names of artists too often off the top of my head. Like I'll play games with people. I'm like, okay, give me a letter A to Z, and I'll play some of the best music never heard by that letter. But it takes a little bit of like I can't just off the top of my head name something like, oh, do you remember that song? You remember that band 1976? It was remember Eric Clapton and and I'm like I don't really my brain doesn't work like that. Go do some stand up. I wouldn't know where to start, man. Because my I require this. And even though this you guys are over there, I require interaction. I can't tell a joke. I suck at it. Toby, I'm not. I'm hardly scared of doing stand up. It doesn't bother me. No, no, no. I have a. If that's what you fear, I mean, I don't. Probably when I was a child, like when I was younger, I was speaking in front of some people. That was the worst. I could go play sports in front of people because I was in a zone. Speaking in front of people, I'd be like, oh shit. And now, like speaking in front of people or two people, oh, I already know I'm the smartest person in the room. I already know I'm funnier than you. But I don't. I can't do prepared material, so I need to have like a. It's got to be this, and it's crowd work shit. I'd be okay at. But a go-to joke, set list and all that. I would always have this problem. I can't tell the same joke more than once. And as a comedian, your craft is literally. I might do this joke three times tonight, and we'll work on it every time I get up there. I might have three sets. I might go over here, and you're gonna be working on that for a year or two before you, and then you're gonna be delivering that. Like I would feel like somebody. I feel like I'm delivering dad jokes. I mean, to everybody else, it's brand new. That's new material. But for me, whenever I'm telling something, it's so fucking difficult to even try to go back to even an idea that I have. If I'm thinking about an idea that I've had that I've told people before, I'm like, how do I tell this story in a new way? And it's not for you, it's for me. Yeah, it's interesting. Improvisation, for me was always very obvious playing soccer. If you gave me the ball, I'm gonna improvise. Yes, there we go. Zen got his first little. I just my tongue tickled there. So improvisation, indoor, ball at my feet, outside, like I'm gonna eat you up. Like it's easy. So it's physically, kinesiologically, um, it made sense to me. And then I don't know where I started we started to become more confident speaking because I was not like this. I could talk to my friends and I was funny in the group. I was funny in my friend groups. People was like, oh, he's silly. And then one day I was like, not only did I started studying language and became more confident talking, and even then with the sound of my voice, but now that improvisation that I could do with my feet or with the basketball or whatever, and sports wise, running, you're not gonna. I'm gonna set you over here, and you're gonna twist an ankle. I'm gonna be over here. Bye. Like I can do the same thing verbally now, and it's because I've hung out with a lot of people in different walks of life, and you play that. You play that. Who's shitting on who today? Who's making fun of whose mother? Who's making fun of whose stupid clothes? Like if you wear the wrong shoes, you're about to get fucking eaten up. So like, yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, prepared material, man. I just don't know how to do it. It would just even if I had put together a solid, even if I could put together 30 minutes. I know that's like you're like, oh, you'd have to be on stage. I've been doing it for a long time. If I could put together 30 minutes of material, could I really legitimately do that for 200 nights? 200 nights out of a year. When I go out 200 nights, I'm gonna do that material every fucking time I go out. Would I not get sick of myself? Would I not frustrate myself? Like sometimes even when I go out in public and I'll play 2 hours worth of music. Just I'll be on the the Mississippi or just hang out. People will just come over and say, thank you for fucking that music, beautiful and ta-da. Like I haven't heard that song. What is this? And sometimes I'll listen to it for a couple of days and I'm like, I need to throw a little twist in here. I need to redo my music. I can't be listening to this all the time just for my own benefit because I think I'd go crazy. So I don't know that I could, even if I could put together a decent even a decent 5 minutes, because 5 minutes is a fucking long time. Do you know how long? I don't know if any of you have ever tried even doing this. You would say, "Oh, you're pretty good at it," because I'll do this for hours. Pretty impressive, right? To do this, just go. If somebody go 5 minutes, give me 5 minutes. Do you know fucking? You'd start sweating out of your asshole at about a minute and 20 seconds in. Your butthole would just start. It would start going. And you probably it would be like little bubbles popping in your butt. You would just start sweating, profuse clenching. You have no idea what to say, know what to do. Yeah, clueless. I don't have that. Even on a stand up mic, I never really have, but I don't suppose I'd have a problem with it. I'd figure something out to navigate. What's up, Brandon? What you doing? Yeah, there's worse jobs for sure. Yeah, there's worse jobs. What's up, Brandon? What you doing? What's up, Just Frank? The man that saved your life with inspirational stories of pee drinking and soul searching. Why am I so confident? Because I have no business being anything but that. What am I gonna fucking like? Some of it is, act as if until you become that. Act, work on that jump shot the right way, and it's gonna eventually go in. Act as if you're confident until you are. So in that way, yeah, why? And because I don't know if you've noticed, I'm pretty fucking good at this. The Russian in the vodka, Nostrovia, Nostrovia. Hold on, it's over here. I'll cheers to you fuckers. Here's some vino for my Spaniards and my Russian Nostrovia. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have any business not being confident in myself. Why would I think otherwise? Because I'm just going to be damaging myself and be like, have faith and confidence in yourself, or else who else is going to? No one's going to have faith in you. No one has confidence in you. You have to do it. You're doing it. So either like yourself or don't. I like myself. I love myself. Just Frank, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Are you the Iliad too? Would you be like the divine Iliad? Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to do. You know what? Even you got to even be confident in your failures. Like sometimes I'm like, I will confidently suck at something. Like if I don't if someone says, "Hey, can you do this or whatever?" I'm like, no, I've never done this before, but I'm confident I'll try. I'm confident I'll give it an effort. Some people are like, "Oh, I don't know." Like, well, then don't know. That's fine that you don't know. Just acknowledge that you don't know and go into it that way. Yeah. Always act like where you are is the place to be and being there with you is a privilege. Yeah, 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 for sure, man. That's a good way to be. Sometimes it's a little more difficult than others. Like sometimes I like to be by myself, and so I turn that off. I have to turn that part off. I'm just like I have to do I don't have to I don't do the stay away from me vibe, but like that's a thing too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you could, but I mean, why wouldn't people want to be around you? Oh, illate. I thought you said Iliad. Yeah, illate. Illate. Yeah, the alone time is important. It's recharge time, and sometimes when I like to recharge at the river. There's something about being around the water and the energy and the. But then I also like I like the energy and the flow and the camaraderie and the whole energy of people coming together there. So it's a really interesting dynamic when I go to the French Quarter because I get a little bit of both. Or sometimes I'm just like, all right, I gotta find my way over to this little spot over here to be away from the people that I might normally run into. Oh, Iliad, I love you. Well, I love you too. I thought it was like the divine Iliad and Elate. Is that is it like Nas, Illmatic? I don't know. I know a lot of words. I don't know all of them. So that'd be a lot of words to know. Frank, stupid. You spend your time with three mirrors so you can hang with three people you love the most. It's a good way to be. New Orleans is the dream. It is. I didn't know it was. Whenever I used to live, okay, so funny. It's funny. I was thinking about this the other day. Everybody has their journey or their path, literally a path of the names of the streets, the cities that you've lived in. And I'll tell you mine one day. I've explained it before. But it's interesting when I finally got to New Orleans, it that's when it all just went click, 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 click. Like the names of everywhere I lived, it made sense once I moved to New Orleans because the name of New Orleans means new or lean. So it's like gold, new gold, right? And where I was born was in the rock. So from a rock to gold. And if you followed the names of the places, it is so absurdly obvious that this is where I would end up. I didn't know until I got here. But once I did, it just was like, oh, of course, the fuck was it? Why didn't somebody tell me this sooner? Because then I would have probably missed the journey of going to certain places, to the Garden of the Gods, to Bloomingtown, to Indiana. To I mean, these are places I've been. How would that happen that way? And all the other cities I've been in, and it just happens to, and it goes in a sequential order that I couldn't have chosen. Even knowing the shit I know now, I wouldn't have chosen the path of the cities. It would have been different, but it works out on a map and also spells out and makes a perfect mapping of something. Yeah, I've never met anybody that had anything other than going about New Orleans going fucking lucky. Like you're lucky to live there. Like I would love to live there. I was like, they're like, I just can't. Like it's like the only people it's like I can't because it's too much, or I wouldn't know what to do with myself, or they have their life in small town fucking Pennsylvania, or Midwest or whatever. And they have like their thing they're doing. There's no, when I always say no one would ever choose to live in a cold region if you could live in a warm region. No one would choose to live wherever you live. I mean, there's other major cities on the uh on the map, I guess. Like there's other countries that have great places, and even in the U.S., there's other cities that are really great that I think fit for people. But there's a certain number of us that, oh, it's fucking magic. But that here's here's a major thing. There's a major theme of New Orleans. Of everyone that I ever met, they'll always come back and they'll say the same thing. And it's like people that have left. And I've known people leave for a very short period of time, and I've known people leave for a couple of years for different reasons. And they said New Orleans was calling me back, like on some like magical spiritual shit. And they're like, yeah. And it's always artists, it's musicians, it's people that are into food, it's people into movies, it's people into creativity, it's people that are like the weirdest people in your city. Like it's like you're supposed to take the weirdos from your city and see if they can fit in down here. Normal, if you're a normal person, first of all, if you're a normal person, you would never listen to me. And uh, normal people, they love coming here. They love seeing the place and going, holy shit, it's a theme park to them. But the people that live here, oh man. Frank, you said you was born in a chicken coop outside a small county brothel in New Brunswick. And that sounds about right. Chicken coop. Yeah, artsy fartsy. Yeah, the thing is though, this is not artsy fartsy the way that you think of it. Like when you think of artsy fartsy, you think of the little art district the little cocksuckers that you know. This is not like that. These are people that will graffiti over your sleeping body on the sidewalk and still leave you a plate of food with a steaming hot pile of fucking poop next to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they're gonna be kind, but like it's not artsy fartsy the way you think. It's his own beast unto itself. Surrounded by artsy fartsy. Nah, man. In fact, people that I do know that were artsy fartsy that lived here, that were good people here that liked it here, they left because they were too artsy fartsy. They were normal artsy fartsy. They weren't like gritty artsy fartsy. No, there's nobody trying to be that here. No, there's no effort involved. Either you either are or you are not. Yeah, there's a I don't know. It's like have you ever been somewhere and like you know if you should be there, you shouldn't. It's that. And it's like you smell people. Well, that's funny. So who I don't know who was here earlier, but I told you as you say postmodernism, and I was reading some of the qualifiers of this art show I'm going to. Uh, uh, and it's Jean Basquiat. Uh, right across the street, they're doing a Jean Basquiat showing of his early life work, and they were trying to define him as like a punk Afro modern. You know, they're trying to from different articles. They were just trying to explain his type of artwork. It was really interesting, and I've seen plenty of his artwork, and I've heard many people rap about his artwork, which is hilarious. I've heard his name used very frequently, and he's more of a poet and more of a even the way that he uses his imagery. Anyways, so I'm gonna go check out some of the shit tomorrow. And I don't normally go to art shows. Saying that's the funny thing is I've lived here for a long time. You know how many art shows I've been to? Probably count them all in one hand. I've been to plenty of shows. I've listened to many spoken word shows and friends that do music and places. And there might be art amongst the music. I'm not really like an artsy guy. I'm more of a music with art in the background. I'm not art forward music in the background. I'm music forward art in the background. Yeah, you got to be like a bunch of little red bouncy balls, man.
Oh shit.
Where are you digging? Where are you digging strip clubs from? I'm still very frustrated with my friends. First with my friends, and well, I don't know who I think I'm frustrated with YouTube, with my friends secondarily. Is whenever they call me or text me during a show that I'm doing, which I know I can turn the shit off. But it's like, how come they don't just check to see if I'm doing a show? And they can just jump on here. Like this person just text me, could jump on my show right now and say, "Hey Zen, call me in a second," or "Hi people." Instead, I get a phone call. I'm like, "I'm doing a fucking show," and then I go, "Well, they probably didn't even get an update." from YouTube because YouTube fucks with my channel so often. What are you gonna do? All right, let me go fill my cup up and we'll. Yes, the Jean-Michel Basquiat. He only lived at 27. 27 club. Yep. Yeah, boxer Jean B.S. Michael Basquiat. He's like as important, if not more important than like any of those uh post neo soul punk modernistic uh 80s daft, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like one of those motherfuckers. But he was like there's been enough work done on his work that is pretty impressive. Like some of his artwork is worth maybe $100 million, like one piece. I don't know. Like I get it. It's always the story that goes along with it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So let me go pour a glass of wine. Yeah. Yeah, look up Yeah, he's doing a show at well, he's not doing a show. I'm sorry. They're doing a show to show his early life artwork. I don't know what that means. It like from when he's 12 to 18 or something, or maybe he's a little older. Because he only obviously has enough work until he's 27. Um, anyways, it's right across the street at Dillard College, and I'm gonna go over there. And I don't know if they're gonna allow me to take pictures, but if they do allow, I will take you guys some pictures. And if they let me film, I'll film it for you. Uh, hey Frank, you said you'll check back later. I'll cook supper, probably have something fast and easy like mom. Hey, you know what's really fast and really easy? Yeah, your mom. Why did you why did you ruin the joke for me? I could if you just said probably something fast and easy, why did you have to say like your mom? I already knew it was your mom. I knew that was the joke. I knew that was the punchline. Peace out, dude. Proctor Neo new expressionism during that time period. Said Patrick, really? I would just say check out his artwork, and I'll try to show you some. He's amongst the art community, inside and out, and from the New York Times through fucking people that are into the scene. He's the fucking dude. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some of his work, and I think it's pretty fucking awesome. It's like it's kind of like when people do things that are below their um, capacity to draw a like it's like Picasso later. It's like Picasso later in his career. He was very abstract, but you knew he knew what he was doing, and he could draw something to a fucking like perfection. He could still draw that still art better than you can, but no, let's abstract it. So Basquiat was kind of like that. How about the Hope meals? So the Happy Meals, the Hopi Meals. Patrick, really? Yeah, we're drinking. Fresh glass of wine and some vodka and whatever kind of tea I made. Oh, it's been a little while. If you guys want to, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. You realize I'm basically like the reincarnation of Jean Michel Basquiat. This is why I'm 43 and he died at 27, right when I was born. It's a whole thing. I'm kidding. That's not how it happened, but yeah, I gotta finding a new place to live by the end of the month. So if you guys want to help with that, that'd be great. I'm trying not to be on the streets. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, TSAR, capital XEN, ZARZen. That's me. Vodka tea. Put you on to what did I do with the vodka tea? I'll tell you what I did. I'll show you. I'll show you. Let me show you what I did. It's a I was in this one. In the bottom of the bag, I was gifted this. Gifted this little thing right here. So what is this? This little purple stone. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty awesome. So I used a cinnamon cardamom ginger, and lemon. And licorice. That's the two tea bags I use to make a tea, and then mix that with a little vodka. It's pretty solid. Cool that down and ice it up. Peanut butter whiskey. Yeah, I know about it. Mostly the flavored whiskeys for me are too sweet. Like peanut butter whiskey's okay. It depends who I'm hanging out with. Like if we're drinking, if you want to hang out and I ain't drank all day and we're gonna drink at night around a fire, we got some marshmallows and peanut butter whiskey and all that shit. I'm fucking down. I'm down to like fall over in some mud, like eat some fat bitch's pussy, and sleep in a tent, covered up, covered like sleeping with someone's dog in the tent. I don't give a fuck. but but a normal night out, I can't do a peanut butter whiskey too. Like I'll drink it, but I'd rather just drink tequila and be an adult about it. What I use the Czar version. What for? You mean for my Cash App or for my PayPal? TSARXen, Zarzen. I don't know. It's because people call me Zar. People call me Zen, and then I got a deck of cards, and they say somebody, well, like you look like a czar, like and so then I just was like, oh, Tarzan, and then it just turned into oh Tarzan, Zarzen. So it made sense to me. People be talking shit on czars. They ain't talk all the shit they want, but as a czar, I'm gonna shit on them if I have to. Because I mean, look at the word though. Why would you? How could you shit on a star? It's TSAR, star. What do you think it means? You can't shit up. What are you shitting upward? You ain't shitting up. You ain't shitting upstream. you can't shit on us. You can't shit on a czar. Are you serious? It's gonna cause you a lot of problems. Hmm. What's up, Patrick? Really? Oh fuck! I just. What did you do? Did you poop your pants? Did you just, or did you just make a connection that you couldn't make before? Did you break your hymen finally? Oh yeah, well see, yeah, there you go, Patrick. The czar and the star. See, because normally the czar was spelled with an S. They only changed to a Z. It depends on the language, but the czar is the star. Yeah, yeah, you got it. The Z and S are they're equal. It's equal letter. It's really it's dependent on a couple things, but there you go. And I turned the Z to an X. So Zen. Which one is it? I did X because I just thought it was a better. I thought I like the spelling better. I just thought it was more. I thought it was more curious spelling. Yeah, yeah, cool. You popped your cherry. Mm. I mean, when you really do look into all of the systems of governance, and you start to break down the names of things, they're connected to they're connected to the breakdown of the stratospheres of different realms. Do the people always fit them properly? Like if you go into your government institution and say, "Hey, why is Jerry over here? Why is he the governor of this?" And it doesn't necessarily always make sense, and it doesn't always they don't always place them right because they don't know what they're doing. But in reality, they would they would they would put they would put the people in the right places with the right names. And if they can't, they'll do their best to take the second or third best name that might fit the system. So, I mean, what's above everything? It's three-letter words. Three-letter words. You have GOD TAOZEN. So what is not the Tao? What is not God? What is not Zen? Those are the three letters. This is why you think they use three letters in all of the major alphabet, those organizations. I mean, they use that to subscribe subscribe to a larger idea of what does each of those letters mean, you know. But to uh, like one simple syllable, one syllable. Get to the point. What is it? The it's three letters. It's obviously God, Tao. When a child says Tao means or Tao or Dad or that. That is four letters. I get it, but the point still remains the same. It's one syllable. As a pointing to a thing, an object. That, thou, them, dong, God. And then depending on your tongue and your language, it might be Zen, it might be God, it might be the Tao. That's the three that I know pretty well. For real. You looked up FE astral projection? That's awesome. I'm glad you found me through that. Okay, so double O's. What up, friends? So double letters don't in the real world, double letters don't matter. Whether they're consonants or vowels, they eliminate. I think it's just a holding. I think it's a space holder. You never put three vowels. Look, you never put three vowels in a row. You can get away with two, but not three. I'm not sure about the. I can't answer that fully, but fully that well. Um, mm. Yeah, because more you got more like that, but then you have MORE, which is no different than MOOR or MORE, which is more like paint. And then you also have the Moors, which are the lands or the people. And then you have more, which is excess. I'll look into that with my brain to see if I can figure that one out. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head though. Yeah, hemisync stuff is good. Just let me see if I can put this together real quick for you. With all of the, so you have binaural beats, binaural and isochronic. Okay, hear me? Binaural, both left and right, and isochronic, meaning to isolate that pattern somewhere in your skull. So the hemisync is your two hemispheres, and they're syncing up to make a how a hemi. Well, I mean, how to explain this? I've done this before. I'm just trying. I'm trying to make sure you understand this part. I don't care if it's a hemisync or a binaural or a monotone. What you want to make sure that it is actually assisting you, because if that tone is off, it can directionally steer your brain while you're sleeping to a gateway that you don't want to go through. I'll make it as simple as possible. So when your boy Monroe came out with this information, he was finding the gateways through using certain frequencies to allow you to find gateways into other realms and other dimensions. Great. Then somebody, he figured it out and then got hold of that kind of knowledge and technology and started going, oh, we got the good technology, and then would change your frequency just by a little bit and would steer you to a door that was not the door you wanted to go through. And you'll have an immediate mental and physical reaction to a sound, whether it's hemisync or binaural or um, whatever it might be, frequency wise, that will take you to an energetic, a portal, a vortex, a cymatic. So that cymatics, it will shape the door that you're going to go through. So you just got to make sure that you're using it the right way, and you're getting the sound that's proper. Because sometimes people they'll be wanting to help you, but somebody sold them 418.7 hertz. I'm like, that's not the right one. It's close. It's 440, 444. I mean, I'm kidding, it's not, but I'm just saying that it's 432. You want 432 hertz, period, done. And somebody puts it at 440, and you're like, oh, it's close enough. No, it's not. You've put them through a little thing over here. It's like if you tell somebody with their eyes closed to walk this way, and you give them one small wrong thing, they're going to trip on a pebble and fall into the abyss. Where if you make the instructions proper, they're going to walk perfectly straight. And that's what's happened with a lot of the frequencies. Why do you think music went so wrong? Yeah, so that's the hemisync. That's the binaural hemispheres, two hemispheres, binaural, two ears synced up to give you one, like a vibration or pattern that yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does this all make sense? I know I'm doing probably a shit job. We're an hour and a half in here. I told you guys let's get drunk and not talk about all the goofy stuff that I know about today, because I have plenty of videos on this shit. And if you didn't know, go to my Instagrams. I'm posting the new. I'm re-uploading my videos. If you don't know this, I have about 6,000 videos. I have millions of views. This is not a joke. I took them all down. Took about 5,000 of them down. I'm re-releasing them. A lot of them have thousands of views and comments and blah blah blah. And I'm re-releasing them, and I'll let you know what they are. So you can go ahead and check those out again. There's still about 5,872 unlocked. Imagine that. And it's not just me here talking shit with you guys. And I sometimes, if I could remind people this, I don't think most of you really have a full comprehension or understanding of how long I've been doing this and how much work I put into this. And to be able to do it this off the cusp. Do you know, like, so this is like an hour and a half of just talking. So if I'm just talking, and most of the videos that I've made, I didn't have to talk to anyone. I was just bleeding information to people for hours. Let's just say I had only 10,000 hours of live video. There's a lot more than that. A lot more. Do you know how long it must have taken me to comprehend all that shit? And then I took most of it and I put it behind closed doors. Jeff, you have any? I bet people think because they see one of my videos, they're like, what is this? What he does? This is this fucking guy? Okay. Tell me what you want to know about. I can do it live if you want me to. Or right off the top of my head. I don't need to access any book. I don't need to flip through a page. I have access to information because it's already in my head because I've already made those fucking videos. There's about 6,000 of them. With I don't even know how many comments. I can't even keep up with it. Yeah, Patrick. Some people know. Some people know, and I really respect it. I don't I don't say it for any other reason than some people maybe forgot like how much work I put into doing this shit. Like it's a lot. Like to put 10,000 hours into doing something is a lot. To express 10,000 hours must mean you put at least 10 times as much into it. And then to do it as effortlessly with a little bit of humor and a dusting of stupidity. And I can do it when I'm half drunk too. I would say that's pretty good. So somebody buy me a scratch a winning scratch off. Give me paid. I don't know. I'll take that grand a week for the rest of my existence. Maybe you guys got to get rid of me. I'll give you the rest. I'll give you the keys. I'll give you the keys to all of my work. Ram Donautica. Ram Donautica. No, I don't know. Hey, let me put some lighting on here. uh, Proctor, what are you talking about? Harsh or bad? What are you talking about? I'm gonna go piss into your mother's mouth right now. Where's she at? Which one of the bedrooms did I leave her? You ever fart? It sounds like a zipper. That's a pretty good one. Okay, nice. All right. Yeah. Nautica, like the waters and stuff, nautical, directionally challenged people. Can I give you a good reason to be alive? You get to interact with me. Is that not enough? Yeah, I know. I know I might not be your cup of tea when it comes to what to look at or like, yeah, maybe you're a dude. I'm not your lover. I get it, but I'd say it's pretty interesting what I have to say. I'd say I'd probably stick around and listen to my fucking ass talk. Like he seems pretty fucking hilarious. That's not enough. Strawberries, mangoes, pussy is a good reason to stay alive. Puppies, penguins, ducks, alpacas, uh, sheep, cows, aurochs, mm, giraffes, elephants, rhinoceroses, uh, guinea pigs, fluffy things in general. Yes, even even swans. Even and I'll even say even fucking Canadian geese. If you've never seen it, you can't say I'm lying. There's full everybody. Some people have seen this. Swans will eat out of my fucking hand. You think it's a joke? I'll go show you tomorrow. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Canadian geese will eat out of my hands. I have punched a Canadian goose in the face because it was attacking a duck friend of mine. And then I pointed and I said, "Don't do that again. Don't nibble. Don't bite at my hand." And he came up and he was nice and he ate out of my hand and he didn't attack the duck because I punched him in his fucking face. How many people do you know punch a Canadian goose in the face? However, I would not punch a swan in the face because those motherfuckers are big and they're ruthless. But they've eaten out of my hand plenty of times. Great little creatures. And by little, I mean they're fucking huge. Wow, in South America, they're weird. Swans are Canadian geese. Swans, I could deal with the swan because I already made eye contact. I was like, "Swan, we good, right?" The swan walked up, was like, and I was like, "B, like, I mean, if we really had to go at it, I win. Like, you're not winning. Like, I will kill a swan, no problem. I get it. You're taller than me, and you're a swan, and but like, bro, you have no arms and you have no teeth. You lose. I don't want to be the guy fighting a swan. So I made a swan know this, and I was like, I will feed you, and so it comes up, and it's very kind and considerate. It actually has bit my hand less than a Canadian goose. A Canadian goose is a mean piece of shit. So I punch it in the face. I punch, like all of them. Like I don't give a fuck. Like go back to Canada, you cocksuckers. That's my attitude. Like don't play with my ducks. These are my friends. Don't fuck with these. Don't do this. Canadian geese, get the fuck out of here. And I'm saying I'm already like this is not me saying this like I'm trying to play whatever. Don't you know? You can find my videos of me doing this. It's pretty readily available. Everybody knows that I don't this thing that I say is not it's like you have a thing in your brain where it doesn't allow it to come out of the mouth and it doesn't happen in real life. Where if I think it, I say it and I do it. I'm I would say autistic in that way, but I also have a couple I have a couple of stop losses in there. I can still say things that I don't really mean, and I can still like I'm not a fucking moron. But if I get obviously if I see a duck, I'm gonna play with that duck. Duck's probably pretty cool. Probably gonna play with the goose. The goose is being goofy. Well, they can catch a he can catch this fade. I don't care. I'll give a duck a two. I'll give a duck a two piece if they need it. But the ducks. But the Canadian geese, they can catch these hands. I have no problem with that. Unless they're on ice skates, then they're scary. Hmm. The dilemma, the dilemma with lights is that's really bothering my eyes. It needs to be diffused. So in lighting in your house, it should be you don't want any direct lighting. You want diffused, and that's direct lighting. You don't like it. I don't fucking like it. That should be a little better, maybe. Perhaps. Okay, cool. All right, sorry you guys, don't get my whole stupid face. Patrick, there's a chance they are, and maybe that's why I'm inside, and maybe that's why it's cold. I might actually. This is just a. I'm gonna throw it out there as an idea. Maybe the reason because I don't get sick, I really don't, and I've been kind of got this throaty thing. Nothing else. I don't have any. I got no hearing issues. I got no smell issues. I got no sight issues. I got no snotty nose, like a little bit, but it's so fucking stupid. Just right there. My lungs are fine. I'm breathing fine. Everything's good. But it's been like kind of going on, and I'm like, maybe. And it got cold out of nowhere. Maybe they're doing something outside, and I'm doing myself a service that I can't really tell right now by staying inside and not going outside because they're poisoning the general population. I don't know, man. Who knows? But maybe they are. Maybe that's why I stayed inside. Maybe if I went outside, I'd be sicker. I really don't know. Hmm. Well, shit. You know what I like about um, the YouTube comment section and the Instagram comment section is because people, whenever they make comments, they don't even realize how dumb they are. And they think it's like there's such a wide numbered number of people that really think they're saying something that's going to affect change in the world. Like if one person listened to me, I've changed the world and I've made them realize that they shouldn't be like this or they should believe what I believe. And it's so interesting. I get that. I'll post something, and I post something on my stuff for me. If somebody else happens to see it, good for them. And I'll get comments on something I've done. I'm like, yeah, well, the difference between me and you is you're stupid and I'm smart, and you're saying something. I made a fucking video about it, or I said something about it, and you're going, blah, 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 blah. Like, shit. Have people ever considered just shutting the fuck up and stop using their fingers to type? Because do they have any idea how dumb they are? Like, you know, when you were 12 years old, you got to embarrass yourself in front of your friends, and you'd go home and be like, well, what a fucking nerd I am, what a geek I am, what an embarrassment. Now, when you're 12, you're on the internet causing your entire fucking extended family grief because you're a dumb piece of shit. No, it's not your fault. Everybody knows this. But then they have to lean into it even harder because they're like, well, I guess this is my life and this is why I'm online. I'm just turned into this. Because there's no escaping the internet. You're just a fucking idiot on the internet. Except there is. Stop using the internet. Stop being a fucking idiot saying dumb shit. There's smart people on the internet. I'm one of them. So if you'd all just do yourself a favor and shut your fucking mouths, your rabid fucking shit stained lips and all the things you're eating and whatever you're doing and thinking and how it just culminates into some thought that you think you had that you want to go ahead and text out to somebody. Don't do that. You're definitely not that smart. I, I've been I've been insulted worse by more intelligent people. Try that. I've been insulted worse by more intelligent people. Yeah. So don't talk to me. Try that. It's not going to work out well for you. And these people will never put their face on camera. They'll never, in the light of day, even have an audacity to say something so stupid. They would just be like, you go down in history as the dumbest motherfucker alive. And we're surrounded by people that continually think that what they have to say has any value that would assist humanity in any way. I like it. I think it's funny. But for the person that's on the other side of that, it's like, they didn't get a chance to just be, and I'm not just saying that they're all 12 years old. I'm saying mentally they're 12 years old. They're mentally challenged. There are people that are 25, 26 years old, still saying the same shit that their parents are saying. They probably think Greg Louganis is the greatest golfer ever. George Bush is the #1 swim team executive for. See, and I'm just gonna say words, right? Because nobody gives a fuck anymore. Nobody gives a fuck about what anybody has to say. Like, people are just randomly saying shit. Like, nobody cares about what the fuck you think. Your thoughts are pointless. And in this grand human experience and experiment, what you think is fucking so far from valuable. It's worthless. It's worth so much less. But I do have the remedy for you. It goes like this: take your hand, cup it around your asshole, and fart, and then just put it around your mouth and just breathe that in. Because every time some people text or talk or say something, I have to know, because I do know that it's like breathing in somebody's fucking diapers, like just like a dirty, scummed up, shitty, poopy, vomit-filled diaper that was just sitting there in the hot sun in Philadelphia in the middle of July for like 3 weeks, and somebody sprinkled some fentanyl on it and just festering in the hot sun, and then they leaked it out, and then just bleh. That's what your opinion is like. Just how I felt about that right there. So, Patrick, I'm gonna have to look into that for you. Hmm. Well, here, hey, Patrick, really look up the most recent Look up the most recent video that Peter and Pete did, and they talk about how humans are not breathing out or nitrogen, nitrous oxide or nitrogen oxide. What is it that you breathing in oxygen and NO2 out? And they said no, actually both of those are wrong, which is very intriguing, and they go to prove it pretty well that what you're breathing out is salt. And they don't make the example of the reason, like when you sweat salts, but they give a pretty good example of the type of salt and how oxygen is produced and what you think you're breathing in. I mean, in the Matrix, they say, "What do you think you're breathing in, Neo? You think that's oxygen you're breathing?" Yeah. Hey, let me I wanna open one of these windows to get some air in here because I feel like I feel like that's why I can't breathe. I just haven't opened the window. I think it's probably better than breathing my own fucking ass air. Oh, you think that's oxygen you're breathing now? Yeah, right. Uh, yeah, I don't have a lot of solid choices for lighting in this place here. Oh wait, I might. Hey, you guys, do me a favor. Talk amongst yourselves. Go ahead and jerk off your grandmother or whatever the hell. I don't know. She's probably a tranny, anyways. Do what you guys do. I'll be right back. Opa. Oh, nice. I think I figured something out here, guys. Oh yeah. There we go. That's a big winner right there. Cool. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is Zen gets smarter by the day. See, it's 5:55 where you are. It's 4:55 here. East Coast. What do you mean? What else am I streaming on? I'm streaming on my two YouTube channels. I would love to stream on other things, but it's like a whole thing. I don't have an audience there. If anybody else wants to tell me where I should stream, I mean, I'm streaming on YouTube. And I can open up channels and everything else, but I don't have an audience there, and I don't know what to do about obtaining one without going, "Hi, I'm Zen. This is what I teach about." Derp, 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 derp. It's basically it'll be a continuation of this shit. and I'll just put it on that channel. I don't know. And then it's like I gotta plug all that info in there and do a bunch of like shit that I'm not computer savvy. I'm supposed to have somebody do this for me, and it's just me on my Zen-Atman and Zen-Alchemist channel. Well, how about this? Hey, how about this, y'all? It's been 2 hours. There's not that many people here. Let me. I did get a phone call earlier. If you guys didn't recognize that, I gotta call that person back. Um, let me get my shit together. Let me give myself a little pat on the back for doing all this, and remind you guys if you want to help a brother out. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, TSAR, Capital XEN. Um, I'll be back on soon enough. I'll try to be back on by like 6, but you know how I am. Sometimes it'll be 5:45. Sometimes it'll be tomorrow morning. But I'm sure I'll get this going back up again. I got 2 phone calls to make. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been fun. 3 rules in life. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that'd be 6. Bong bong. Uh, be yourself. Everyone else already taken. Be goofy. Be weird. And if you have enough, that'd be number 2. Sorry, I think you have enough. Make sure that you third provide other people with help, opportunity, whatever. And if it's me, that'd be great because I got to figure out where to be by the end of the month. And if I'm homeless, you guys will not be hearing from me on here because I'll have nothing to share with you. I like, hey, listen to fucking retard homeless guy. So if you guys can help me out, that'd be great. And if not, help out somebody else around you. You know, stay cool, and we will talk soon. Be awesome and motivated and weird. Toodles, bitches.